In the previous video, we discussed what is the difference between text mining and natural language processing. In this video, we will discuss what are the different applications of NLP. The first and the most important applications of NLP is the text classification. Now, text classification, you can simply consider this as your machine learning classification algorithm. Okay, just like your machine learning classification algorithm. The only difference is here the input is in the form of text. Okay, the input data that we receive is in the form of text. Now, some of the applications or examples of text classification could be classifying whether an email is spam or not. So, in this case, the input will be an email. Okay, the input will be an email, which we all know is in the form of text. And the output, which is the target, will be predicting whether this email is spam or not. So, output will be either spam or not spam. So, either the email is spam or not spam. Okay, so that is an example of text classification. Text classification can also be used for classifying the customer complaints. So, for an example, customer may have complaints that are concerned to different departments. Okay, for example, in a telecom department or in a telecom company, there will be certain customers who will have complaints regarding network. Okay, some technical issues like the network. On the other hand, some of the customers may request for a new broadband connection. So these are two different categories of request. One is the network related complaint or technical request, and the other one is the broadband related request. So these complaints should be classified so that they are directed to the right department. Okay, not to worry, we'll discuss more on this. Next is sentiment analysis, which is a special case of text classification. Okay, sentiment analysis is also text classification. The only difference is here the input that we receive is actually a review. Okay, the input that we receive is a review. Obviously, the review is in the text format, and we have to predict whether this review is positive or is it saying good about the product or is it saying negative about the product. Okay, so this review can be a review of a movie. Okay, it can be a review of a movie, it can be review of any product. Okay, and we just have to predict whether this review is a positive review or is it a negative review. Okay, so once again, it is just a text classification. The only thing is here we are just classifying whether the review is positive or negative. Document summarization. So given a very large document, we are summarizing it into a small document. So for example, people don't want to waste their time reading through news articles, long news articles. They want a summarized version of that particular news article so that they can spare 5 minutes and they can just update themselves regarding whatever is going on in the world. So that could be an example of document summarization. Next is chatbot and virtual assistants. So chatbot is something that we already are familiar of, right? We will also learn how to develop chatbot, so no need to worry about it. Virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and many others like Cortana. So these are some of the virtual assistants. They can listen to your request and they can accordingly take actions. Language translation, so translating one language to another, like Google Translate. And finally, spell check and autocomplete. All these are applications of NLP. Okay, we'll learn more about natural language processing in the next video.